afternoon.
Don't worry, I'm the last speaker. Okay, thank you USN, thank you AHEF, thank you MIPTA and Magnetic. Did I miss anyone else? The Ministry of Education. Alright, what I'm going to do today, well the thing is I'm the last speaker. The good thing is I don't have to repeat what everybody else has said earlier, but I'm going to highlight a few things which may be relevant to nurturing skills and values through innovative learning activities. Now I've got a picture of an orchestra there. You may be wondering why it's relevant. Why do you think I chose the photo of the orchestra? Harmony, okay. Another reason is, if we are educators, can we regard ourselves as the conductor of the orchestra? We have to orchestrate the learning. And learning happens in many ways today. Through digital devices, through face-to-face, online, we talk about blended, we talk about flipped learning. So it's about orchestrating the various elements of learning and teaching, of various media, of various devices, approaches, and so on. Okay, let me move on. Okay, this is something not from Teach Thought. If they talk about 21st century learning, and in a variety of ways. If you take a look at the biggest three circles, what would they be? Learner-centered, media-driven, and personalized. Okay, these are the three things that I'm going to also share with you in terms of what we have tried to do at USP. I've got this control here, yeah? And if you think about, very quickly, the learning evolution that we have seen, and I'm just talking about how the internet has influenced us. We started with the ARPANET in 1969. That's how internet began. And that was more about communication. Next, the internet came in, impacted society, but the greatest impact was when we were more of consumers, yeah, consuming the knowledge and information out there. When Web 2.0 came in, we started using social learning tools. And then Web 3.0 came in. It's more about creation, collaboration, and sharing, which some of the speakers have earlier mentioned. And if we talk about educational technology, since the 70s, we've been familiar with programming or drill and practice, business theories of learning. Then we talk about CBT. We talked about internet-based learning, and then e-learning, and today again, social software. And now with the iPad and the iPhone and everything else, that makes it even more relevant. In terms of learning theories, we've got behavioristic learning, cognitivist learning, constructivist learning, and connectivist learning. How they sit is as in the spectrum you see. So why are we doing all these things? I mean, why did I put all those things, especially the four bands below it? That's how learning should happen in the classroom. A little bit of behaviorist, a little bit of cognitivist, constructivist, and connectivist. Of course, I'm going to highlight the use of social media in the example that I'll give you later. And it has the ability to engage students, as we know, but if you do it right. Yeah? There are many paradigms or frameworks offered for 21st century skills. Let me just use this one, just four. We'll just try to remember four. I mean, there are more. Some people say there are 7, but if you deal with this 4, it is about developing critical thinking among students, having them become good communicators, good collaborators, and they also create materials in the classroom, or co-create with each other if they're working in pairs or small groups. One important thing that I believe in is that the student must own the learning. For student-centered learning. The student must own the learning. We provide the facilitation, we provide the tools, we provide the materials, but the students must own the learning. If we own the learning, that means we are teaching everything. We work so hard to get things done, yeah? We provide content and everything else. And I believe that pedagogy should be first. A lot of people talk about technology, but if the person only knows technology but is not a good teacher, the learning still does not come through too well. Some of you are nodding your heads, you agree. But if you are a good pedagogist and familiar with the technology, you will be able to choose or select the best tools, the best media, and get that learning across, or produce that learning. So pedagogy first. Now at USBI, USBI stands for Universitas Siswa Bangsa International. This is where I work now. I am a Malaysian. I've been working in Malaysia for almost 30 years. I've just started at USBI for about 2 years. And one of the tasks that I was entrusted with for the Center of Learning, Teaching and Curriculum Development was to come up with new models, to come up with new pedagogies. Or, in fact, I was told that every lecturer has to use technology. They wanted that, because they realized that's the way to go. Now, one of the things that I came up with is this. For every course, we will develop at the university a course guide. And the lecturers will design both online and offline activities. There will still be face-to-face sessions. It's not eliminated. And then, to supplement or to complement the learning, there will be online forums and use of social media tools. And the social media tools is not limited to Facebook, but it could be, as some other presenters have mentioned earlier, I think it was Arlene, Pinterest, and I also like Blogster, I also like Twitter, and anything else. So whatever comes, whatever is current, yeah, and appropriate for the pedagogy that you have thought of. I'll give an example in the form of a course called Pancasila. We have 2 Indonesian colleagues in the room. Pancasila is like Rukun Negara in Malaysia. How do you teach a course about Rukun Negara if there was one? Is it easy? Just think about it. Is it easy to teach Rukun Negara if we had that course? Huh? It's like teaching civics. Okay, is it easy? Not easy. Okay. I'll show you a bit of it. Now, Pancasila is a course that every Indonesian student has to take from year 1 primary. Every year in primary school. Every year in secondary school. When they come to the university, they also have to take that course again. A requirement of the government. And 5 million students in the university has to take this course in the whole country at any one time. Or not say at any one time, in the course of the university. And there are 4,000 plus universities in Indonesia. Of course, the population is big, 260 million. It's also very big in terms of size. There are 17,000 islands. There are 500 plus spoken languages. Diversity? Now, what is Pancasila? This is a translated version of the Bahasa Indonesia original. Every one of them is a principle, yeah? Belief in the one and only God, having a just and civilized humanity, that talks about the unity of Indonesia, democracy guided by the inner wisdom, in the unanimity arising out of the deliberations among representatives, and social justice for all the people of Indonesia. So these are the principles that every student has to internalize and then throughout his life, yeah, these values, these principles. Not easy, yeah? Imagine teaching this as a course. Easy? Not so easy. Challenging, I think, yeah? It's not like marketing, yeah, Arlene? Okay. Now, how students typically regard the Pancasila course? Because I was amazed. I said, oh, they have to take a few compulsory courses. One of it is Pancasila. And then when I found out what students felt about Pancasila, I was quite disturbed, because I was supposed to help design this. And the students were saying, they always think Pancasila is about lectures that are boring. It's about students having to memorize facts. So it's about lecturers always reading from the slides. They get bored, yeah? It's so theoretical, the lecturers fail to bring in real or contextual examples. The course material is not challenging. Teachers were not expert in delivering the course, or it's always about rules and regulations. More like civics? Yeah. So then, when I was taking this course to redesign, now these were the few principles that I said we must have for this course. We cannot just tell the students, that's what the students will say, lectures, yeah? God, then God. So the thing is, teachers cannot tell, yeah? Because if they just tell, it's not teaching. They have to teach less and have the students learn more. Now, how do you do all this? I'll try to show you the examples. It should be blended learning, because I think that works best. And if possible, flipped learning, because then we will engage the students from early on, and we can do more things and better things in the classroom. It should be about engaging the students. Now, Pancasila is something that the students just, okay, learn the content, memorize it, sit for the exam and pass it. But no, I think the students should be engaged, otherwise how do you imbibe all those values? And this, the theme for this Forum 4 is about instilling nurturing skills and values. Okay. And it should be about social collaborative learning using some of the social tools. Okay, let me just show you this video, because the number one thing that's good about today is that we have so many resources online. Now these are just some of the videos that we found that could be used for Pancasila. It's not meant for Pancasila, it's just a random videos that are up there on the YouTube. Sound? Do we have the sound? Can we have the sound, please? I tried to arrange for the sound earlier. Is it okay though? Okay, it's off. Okay, it should be on the phone. Just a few seconds.
the land of gods and goddesses. The land where art and beauty meet. A land of timeless beauty. The land where people, nature, custom and traditions blend into one unique culture.
Okay. It's a tourism video, but we're taking it for Panchasila. I'll show you how it is used. Next. There was a crisis, I think it happened in Bali. Not sure, okay, but it was one of the crisis events in Indonesia.